Hello and welcome to day 417 to another substitute day with the idea of classification of the faults and the faults itself. But let's start with the first paper. We have implementation of the hook line, as I would call it. It is basically a line that changes its direction, where a normal bow line would be just going like this. A hook line does change direction from the other point. And that's what I realize is important for the chest and the back area. We have like hook lines here and there. Quite important line to implement. That is also for the dress here. That's what we will be going as next. But on the other side line, I also try to do the thing on the paper, which I will be doing with the 3D models, either with Modeling Mass or Clip Studio Paint. But about those cylinders, right? They converge at some point, same as hips, on a horizon line. But this horizon line, what if I push it top, right? How will this horizon line then look? How will those cylinders look? How are the cylinders affected? And this is, again, I do not really understand the perspectives that much. Cylinders, and for the dress we need that shape, because no matter how I try to do it, it looks still frontal, but not as if the camera would look on top. So top camera, horizon line somewhere implemented here, and then see how the cylinder will look. Because no matter what, I did not manage to make a top view. But then let's go to the last one, which very interesting is and has to do with the day 418 afterwards, where I a little bit go deeper into this. It's about fold edges and the surface, and also classification. So I understand kinda there's like zigzags thing going on, or pipes and such, but what is about the edges? Okay, that surface is understandable sometimes, but what do I do with the edges of the drawing? And it's mostly right now I figure out if the fabric is heavy, then it's very curvy edges. But if fabric is less heavy and more like plastic, I guess, with like plastic, I had a plastic bottle near me, so it kind of looked similar. And I think polyester is also plastic as far as I understood. Yeah, it will be more of an edge instead of smooth line. One notice here is also how the color progresses, not really depending on the light source itself, but when you have like this part of the fold, the edges of the fold will mostly be darker, like I put this shadow 2, where inside of the fold will be shadow 1 and outside will be normal. And sometimes there is even a highlight somewhere, but not sure about this. And this is like a bow fold going inside. I will not expand on this, it's just rambling around with different curves. Again, the hook curve and the bow curve. Those two names kinda expanding on this, and then how they would look from the perspective. Like if I have a bow curve, which is now a bow fold, I guess. If I pull it there, right? If I pull the bow curve there, and also can change the perspective of it too. Like where is the center? It's again about folds in perspective. Everything about in perspective. Kinda like this. Not sure about this, and then it brought me to the diaper folds. The folds are going a little bit more space here, less space here. It's similar to a finger where we have in each middle section next face of the fingers, and it reminded me of this. But who is to say that this will be like very similar and they do not overlap here? I have like words to explain, but yeah, we have like, it can be one direction, can also change its orientation, can also not be really on the same level, and it can also stop in the middle of the fold, I guess. That's how I implemented. And well, that will be it actually for what I did for this substitute day. What I will be doing tomorrow, and was already did tomorrow because I'm recording this after day 418, I will leave it day 418 as it is. I bench watched a lot of Walt's videos, and one particular YouTube channel put my attention towards. It's kind of underrated channel. I will definitely mention them in day 418. For this day it is. I will be thank you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in day 418. Take care.